Good morning, everyone. Honorable Tamil Nadu CM Stalin Garu, Honorable Kerala CM Sri Pinarayi Vijayan Garu, Honorable Punjab CM Sri Bhagwant Singh Mann Garu, Honorable Karnataka Deputy CM Sri D.K. Shivakumar Garu, leaders of various political parties. Firstly, I express my special appreciation for Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin for bringing all of us together on this platform. We have shared a detailed note on our views on delimitation. We seek unity in South Indian states to fight jointly, as well Punjab. I will briefly summarize my point. Today, we have a big challenge facing the country. BJP is implementing a policy of demographic penalty. Since 1971, when India decided to adopt family planning as a national priority, South India has done very well, but big states in North India have failed. We become spectacular South. We achieved fastest economic growth, bigger GDP, higher per capita income, job creation, best infrastructure development, better governance, and best social welfare. We contribute more to national exchequer and get lesser allocations. For rupees 1 tax paid by Tamil Nadu, it gets back 26 paisa. Likewise, Karnataka 16 paisa, Telangana 42 paisa, Kerala is 49 paisa. But when Bihar pays rupees 1 rupees tax, it gets 6 rupees 6 paisa. Uttar Pradesh gets rupees 2 rupees 3 paisa. Madhya Pradesh gets 1 rupee 73 paisa. We are one country. We respect it. But we cannot accept this proposed delimitation because of it will politically limit us. It will punish us for being performing states. We have to stop BJP for implementing any unfair delimitation. My first point, don't increase Lok Sabha seats. Do delimitation within states. In 1976, Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi did delimitation without increasing any seats because it will create imbalance of political power between states. In 2001, NDA government led by Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee also did delimitation in states without any increasing seats. PM Narendra Modi must also do the same. Don't increase Lok Sabha seat numbers. My second point is that South will not accept population-based delimitation. If BJP does delimitation on population, South India will lose political voice. North will make us secondary citizens. Everyone here agrees we will not accept delimitation based on the population because then states like UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan will dominate the rest of the country. We cannot accept it at any cost. Public, political parties and leaders of the South India and Punjab must unite and oppose this move by the BJP. My third point is that pro rata formula is also not acceptable. Pro rata formula will also hurt us. Problem of pro rata, it changes power gap. Any government is decided by the majority of one seat or one vote. We have a history of central government falling because of just one vote. So pro rata formula will also hurt us politically. What options are acceptable? My analysis is simple. Narendra Modi can follow Vajpayee's method. Don't increase Lok Sabha for another 25 years. Do delimitation taking state as a unit. Conduct delimitation within the states. Change boundaries of Lok Sabha seats inside state based on the latest census. Increase SC, ST seats in states. Provide 33% women reservation in every state. I was MP of Malkajgiri in Telangana, world's largest parliamentary constituency. Total voters was 32 lakhs. Population is over 45 lakh. So I understand problem of large constituencies, but parliament is for making policies for country, not for solving smaller citizen problems. Most common public problems are solved at state level, at assembly level, at local body level. Here is my final demand and personal solution. It is time for Centre to end delimitation policy against South and Punjab. It is time for Centre to repay and reward us for our great role and contribution in nation building for the last 50 years. South now demands an exemption to delimitation formula based on the population, just like union territories and smaller states in Northeast, where population MP proportion is not same as national average. Giving South a strong share in Parliament as a reward for good performance will give incentive to other states to focus on economic growth and good governance. If BJP wants to do delimitation at any cost, here is my condition. Today, South has 130 seats out of 543 seats. It means a political proportion of around 24%. Political demand of South is to increase this to 33%. I am reiterating my suggestion. Today, South has 130 seats out of 543 seats. It means a political proportion of around 24%. Political demand of South is to increase this to 33% of Lok Sabha seats after delimitation. This is what my suggestion and demand. Anything less would reduce South to a role of passive audience in political theatre of India. I request entire South, all states, all political parties to leave differences and unitedly fight for this cause. I will soon pass a resolution in my state assembly on this issue. I request all friends to do same in their state assemblies. Let entire India hear strong voice of South India as well Punjab.
And other representatives from the various states gathered here. Greetings to you all. At the outset, on behalf of all of us, let me place my sincere gratitude to Thiru M.K. Stalin, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, for gathering us all here together today. The proposed delimitation of Lok Sabha constituencies is hanging over our heads like the sword of Damocles. Various reports indicate that the BJP-led union government is going ahead into the delimitation process without any consultation. This sudden move is not driven by any constitutional principle or any democratic imperative, but by narrow political interests. The delimitation process, if it is undertaken after the census, will lead to a large increase in the number of seats of northern states, while there will be a significant reduction in the representation of the southern states in parliament. This will suit the BJP as they hold greater influence in the north. If delimitation is carried out purely on the basis of population, then Kerala and other southern states will suffer, as we have been bringing down our population since 1973, when the previous delimitation was carried out, in which the number of seats in the Lok Sabha was reorganized. Our states are now set to be punished precisely for our sincere implementation of the National Population Policy of 1976. When a state faithfully implements a nationally recognized policy, it deserves special consideration for that very reason. Not only is this consideration being denied, but we are even being penalized for fulfilling our duty to the nation. This is the crux of the current issue. The National Population Policy of 1976 was not intended only for specific regions of the country. It was declared by the Union government as a policy for the entire nation. However, many states failed to implement it effectively. Our states, on the other hand, have implemented it commendably. The Union government has praised us time and again for our achievement. Yet the same Union government is now punishing us for having achieved the target and going beyond it. The approach seems to be, now you have a smaller population, so now you deserve lesser funds and lesser representation. This is deplorable. Our states, which have implemented the national population policy with dedication upholding the broader national interest, are already being punished in another way. This punishment is in the form of cutting short our share of taxes that is constitutionally due to us. Our decreasing population is being cited to justifying it. Kerala's share, which was 3.875% during the 10th Finance Commission, has now dwindled to a paltry 1.925% in the 15th Finance Commission. Effective implementation of population control measures invariably leads to rise in the public health spending. However, while devolving funds, no special consideration is given for the same. If our parliamentary representation is further reduced, while our share of the nation's wealth continues to decline, we will face an unprecedented situation in which both our rightful share of funds and our political voice to demand them diminish simultaneously. It is in the recognition of the gravity of this issue that we, that is, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Odisha, West Bengal and Punjab, are now uniting in protest. We are gathered here at the invitation of the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru M.K. Stalin, to mark the beginning of our coordinated resistance by forming a joint action committee. The Union government's actions, from fiscal policies to language policies to cultural policies to now even the fixation of representation, are destabilizing India's federal system and democratic framework. This cannot be allowed to pass. India's constitution identifies India as a union of states, which underlines our federal character. It strikes a balance between the union and the states. The current effort at delimitation disrupts this equilibrium, disproportionately empowering states that fail to implement national policies like population control. States that prioritize education, healthcare, and gender equity will be penalized for their progressive choices. This creates a perverse incentive, as states will be discouraged from investing in human development for fear of losing political representation. The Union government should examine whether this will guide the nation forward or drive us backwards. India's federal structure was designed to protect smaller communities and regional identities. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee of India's Constituent Assembly, warned against the tyranny of the majority, advocating for states' rights to balance central authority. Back in 1988, the Sarkaria Commission reinforced this, stating that federalism is not a mere administrative arrangement, but a fundamental feature of the Constitution. Delimitation that ignores this principle risks reviving colonial era centralization, while diverse voices were subsumed under majoritarian agendas. The end result was that the Indian people united against our colonizers and drove them out of the country. Those at the helm of affairs today should take due note of our history and what it teaches us. India's federal structure is a cornerstone of our democracy, designed to accommodate the country's vast mosaic of cultures, languages, and regional identities. The diversity that defines India is not just a demographic statistic, it is the bedrock upon which our unity is founded. A robust federal system ensures that every region, with its unique history, language, and cultural heritage, has a voice in the national dialogue. The current process of delimitation poses a serious threat to the preservation of our rich cultural and linguistic diversities as well. Redrawing constituencies solely on the basis of population without accounting for these vital cultural and linguistic factors risks the possibility of marginalizing those regions that have long preserved their distinct identities. This is especially critical for our states, which not only contribute to the nation's demographic fabric but also enrich its cultural landscape. The strength of India lies in its plurality. Our cultural and linguistic diversities are assets that strengthen our nation, enabling us to harness a wide range of perspectives and innovations. Kerala's Kudumbashree initiative, which empowered millions of women, and Tamil Nadu's midday meal scheme are state-specific innovations that became templates for the nation later on. Centralizing power will stifle such localized situations, which are crucial for addressing India's diversity. Cultural preservation and federalism are intertwined in the Indian experience underlines it. When smaller or less populous states lose political clout, their capacity to safeguard their cultural traditions diminishes. A homogenized parliament dominated by populous states could sideline regional priorities, eroding the pluralism envisioned by modern India's founders. A centralized process that ignores these factors not only dilutes regional voices but also threatens the balance that has allowed India to thrive as a united and diverse republic. The Union government must therefore engage in meaningful dialogue with the states and incorporate our considerations so as to safeguard states' interest before going ahead with the delimitation process. Reducing the representation of our states will create a political and regional imbalance and undermine the diversity of our pluralistic democracy. This must not happen. Kerala's stance on this matter is unequivocal. The Union government's approach, which violates federal principles and seeks to curtail the representation of certain states for political reasons, is unacceptable. The decision on going ahead with the delimitation process must be made only through a consensus. Article 82 of the Indian Constitution mandates the delimitation of parliamentary seats after every census. It was in exercise of this provision that the Lok Sabha strength was increased over the years from 489 to 543. However, delimitations have not been conducted as required by the Constitution after every census. Decisions to conduct or delay delimitation have been made solely on the basis of the transient political convenience of those in power. The 42nd Constitutional Amendment of 1976 froze delimitation until after the first census post 2000. During this period, despite the implementation of the national population policy, population disparities persisted in the country, leading to the 84th Constitutional Amendment, which extended the delimitation freeze until after the first census post 2026. The 2021 census has not yet been conducted, and the next census is due in 2031. However, the Union government appears to be pushing the delimitation even before that. In the 2011 census, Kerala's population growth was a mere 4.92% compared to the national average of 17.7% between 2001 and 2011. As our states have recorded population growth rates below the national average during this period. The last reorganization of seats in the Lok Sabha was conducted in 1973, based on the 1971 census. At that time, Kerala accounted for 3.89% of India's population. However, due to the effective implementation of the national population policy over the next 4 decades, Kerala's share had shrunk to just 2.76% by 2011. If the delimitation exercise is carried out now, Kerala's reduced population will inevitably lead to fewer parliamentary seats. States being punished for successfully implementing population control policies is unconscionable. We are determined to resist this injustice. Federal principles and equitable representation must be upheld. While the political maneuvering behind the current delimitation effort is clear, it is imperative that the Union government also considers the broader implications for Indian federalism and the preservation of our cultural and linguistic diversities. Any action that undermines them will not only destabilize our political institutions but also weaken the very foundation of our democratic society. The Union government's arguments that our states will get additional seats on a pro rata basis cannot be taken at face value. The Union has not been able to clarify whether this pro rata distribution will be based on the current strength of parliamentary seats or on the basis of population figures. Therefore, the Union government should alleviate our fears. It is the Union's responsibility to refrain from unilateral measures and preserve the essence of democracy and federalism. We need to ensure that the delimitation exercise is carried out in such a way that our current proportional share of seats in the parliament is retained. This is the consensus that we all need to arrive at. I am sure that we will be able to do that and that this meeting will serve as a strong foundation for the formation and functioning of the Joint Action Committee, which will take the steps forward in making our consensus upheld at the national level. Let me conclude by stating that federalism is not a gift from the Union, but a right of the states. Our collective resistance is not just about seats. It is a fight to preserve India's soul as a diverse and inclusive democracy. Thank you.
Welcome to my esteemed brother, Mr. Stalin ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, respected Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Mr. Vijayan ji, my brother, Telangana CM, Mr. Revanth Reddy ji, my Punjab CM, Mr. Bhagwant Mann ji, Deputy CM of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Udayanidhi Maran ji, Udaydi, Honorable Senior Leader of this country, Mr. Baluji, our Orissa, I think, Chief Minister also watching us, I think, and various senior leaders across the country who have been come here to participate, show the strength, show the solidarity, save democracy, save the Constitution. Anyway, ellarigu namaskara. I stand here just not because I am a Deputy CM of Karnataka. but as a proud representative of a state that has always stood at the forefront of India's progress. I bring with me the unwavering support of my Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah ji, who could not participate along with me. We decided that we will go, but still he had a small injury on his leg. So he has conveyed his wishes and support to all of us. But his spirit and to resolve all of us in this historic fight to protect the federal fabric of our nation. I think when the CM was discussing on the name, what has to be proposed on this joint election committee, I feel that whatever you have already decided, this fair delimitation, joint action committee stands good, and we should continue with that. I think nothing to alter on that issue. I think I agree. Have been also participating in a lot of various forefront last 40 years. I think this looks very catchy, attractive. This is a word which the nation also has to accept. The word fair is on equality. I think this is my suggestions. Friends, we have gathered here with a critical moment on Indian history. The very foundation of democracy, federalism, is under threat. The very pillars of our federal democracy, enshrined by Baba Sahib Ambedkar and the visionary farmers of our constitution, are being dismantled brick by brick. Today, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and every progressive state in this room faces a stark choice to submit to demonstration on the rise in the resistance. We choose to resistance. The proposed delimitation exercise based solely on the population is not just a technical adjustment. It is a political assault on the southern states and who respect the ethical values where our earlier leaders have presented us. It seeks a punish for all of us success in controlling the population growth, improving literacy and empowering women. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh joining together, including Telangana and other southern states, have contributed immensely to the Indian growth. Already, my friends from Kerala and Telangana have reiterated it. But today, we have patronized education, healthcare, and sustainable development, yet the centre now plans to reduce our parliamentary representation, effectively silencing our voices at the national discourse. This is not just unfair, it is a betrayal of the constitution promises that development and good governance should be rewarded and not penalized. Anyway, I would like to thank my Punjab Chief Minister. Though they have in the northern and the Punjab state, they have a different census issue and the population wise. They have stood with us, they have joined with us, and so on behalf of all of us sitting here, especially from the northern, from the south to the north, so the relationship has continued, and let us stand joining together to fight this event. Let me share some of the hard facts that Karnataka contributes over 4 lakh crores annually to the centre, as Tamil Nadu also and Kerala also contributes to this centre. A mere of 45,000 crores in tax division and 15,000 crores in grants. For every rupee, we contribute about 13 paisa back to us. This is not just an economic injustice. It is a systematic plunder of our resources. Karnataka has just 5% of the India's population contribution, 8.4% to the national GDP. We are the highest GST contributors in the country. Southern state contributing about 35% of India's GDP, as treated as ATM machines to the north. Yet our shares on central funds is disproportionately low. The 15th Finance Commission population-based formula has already cost us dearly. In this delimitation exercise proceeded as planned our political voice will be further immobilized and our ability to advocate for our rights in the parliament will be crippled. The fight is not just about numbers. It is about our identity, our culture, our heritage. Karnataka and all our southern states, we have a pride of its 1500 years old history tradition. From the Vachana of Basavana to the works of Kuvempu, Tamil Nadu Sangam poetry, Kerala classical art forms and Andhra's Telugu's heritage are not just religious treasures, but they are the soul of this country. We must draw inspirations from the great leaders of our states. Ambedkar, Basavana, Annadurai, and Narayan Guru fought tirelessly for social justice, equality, and linguistic rights. Their legacy reminds us that India's strength lies in the diversity and not in uniformity. The delimitation exercise is not just about parliamentary seats, it is about the future of the federalism and India in India. If the centre produces with this unjust formula, it will be alter the federal balance, giving the separate power to the states that have failed to control the population growth. This will not only marginalize the southern states, but also undermine the principles of cooperative federalism, ensuring in our constitution. Last year, I think some of my friends said about the resolution. Last year, the Karnataka Legislative Assembly had unanimously passed a resolution rejecting any delimitation exercise based on the new census. We demand that 1971 census remain the basis for delimitation, as it rewards states for the efforts in the population control and systematic development. Friends, this is not a battle between the North and the South. It is a fight to reclaim the vision of India as a union of equal states. Let us unite and to demand. On the delimitation justice, a weighted formula that considers human development index, tax contributions and population control. Representation must reflect the governance quality and not just population. Implement a floor limit on parliamentary seats for states that have equally controlled their population. This will ensure their voices are not marginalized. Strengthening the Rajya Sabha as a counterbalance to the Lok Sabha empowers states with greater legislative authority and structural role in the economic decisions making to ensure that development states are not sidelined. In a fiscal equality, a new fiscal federalism part that ensures the fair tax devolutions and resources sharing, the 16th Finance Commission must patronize equality, efficiency and performance. Introduces economic and social indicators in resource allocation. Central funds allocation should factor economic performance, fiscal discipline and governance equality. As our cultural sovereignty established the National Language Right Commission to enforce the equality of all scheduled languages, passed that resolutions mandate the use of regional languages in central institutions, including the banking, railways and the competitive exams. Unity through collaboration, strengthening the Joint Action Committee is a permanent coalition to coordinate the legal, legislative and the grassroots advocacy. To the Union Government, we send this clear message from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and all the friends, including Punjab, who have joined here, including our Orissa former Chief Minister, who was a part of this discussion. With all the progressive states, we will not be silenced. We will fight in the courts, in the parliament, on the streets to protect, and the streets to protect our rights and resources of our identity. Let us channel the defiance of the statesmanship of Annadurai and the fire of Basavana's. Remember, when Karnataka and Tamil Nadu stand together, no power can break us. When Kerala and Punjab raise their voices, the Himalayas also will tremble. Today, let this Joint Action Committee send a resounding message to the nation. We will not allow our voices to be diluted, our resources looted, our culture erased Together we shall fight to restore the federal promises of India, a union where diversity is celebrated and equality is upheld. Let us remember the word of Kuempu. Tanna ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ತಾನೇ ದೀಪ, ತನ್ನ ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಕಾವಲು. You are the light of your life. You are the garden of your life. So again, I would like to inform you. This line speaks to the self-reliances of the self-respected, urging individuals and communities to stand up for their rights. Today we are all guardians of our destiny. We will not allow our voices to be silenced and our constitution is to be ignored. I would like to last tell you that I always tell that joining together is the beginning. Thinking or discussing together is the progress. Working together is the success. I am sure we are joined here under the leadership of my brother Stalin. Let us work, let us discuss, and let us fight together.
Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Shri M.K. Stalin G. Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Shri Pinarayi Vijayan G. Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Shri A. Revant Reddy Ji. Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, Shri Bhagwat Maan Ji. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri D.K. Shiv Kumar Ji, and leaders from Andhra Pradesh and West Bengal. Warm greetings to all of you. This is an important meeting to ensure democratic representation and rights of people living in states that have done very well to control and stabilize population. Population control is an important national agenda for the development of our country. A national agenda was decentralized into state interventions, and throughout the years, the Union government gave high priority towards this. States also took their own initiatives and joined in successfully implementing the national agenda, and the states of Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, West Bengal, Punjab, and Odisha have been very successful in this regard. In case these states had not achieved what they did in stabilizing population, India would have had a population explosion today derailing our developmental progress. While this has been our contribution towards a positive national agenda, towards building a strong India, delimitation based only on population figures will be unfair to the states who have worked hard to reduce their population growth rates in line with national priorities. Odisha has done well, successfully reducing its fertility rates over the years. If projected population figures of 2026 are taken, we will end up losing seats in the Lok Sabha and in the State Assembly. States like Odisha would have reduced their population growth rates after years of persistent efforts should not be disincentivized, especially as they have performed very well on the national priority. The Biju Janata Dal will do everything to protect the interests of the people of Odisha. Hence, it is our stand that population should not be the only criteria to determine number of seats in the highest representative body of our country. Secondly, I suggest that the union government take up a detailed discussion with all the parties so as to remove any doubts on this very important issue that has far-reaching implications for our democracy. I thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Shri M.K. Stalin, for organizing this meeting. जय जगन्नाथ।
धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। सबसे पहले थिरू M.K. स्टालिन साहब, आपने ये एफर्ट किया कि हम सब लोगों को इकट्ठे किया, और जो डिलिमिटेशन हो रही है उसके बारे में पहले ही अवेयर आपने किया। तो मैं अपने कन्वीनर अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब की तरफ से, आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से 100% आपके सपोर्ट में हैं। बहुत से सीनियर लोग बोले, और साउथ का तो काफी नुकसान हो रहा है, मतलब लेकिन इसमें इनका मकसद जो है बीजेपी का, वो ये है जहां से हम जीतते हैं वहां सीटें बढ़ा लो, यहां से हम हारते हैं वहां कम कर लो, परसेंटेज अपने आप बढ़ जाएगी। पंजाब में ये जीतते नहीं है, पंजाब में इनकी एक भी सीट नहीं है सर, 13 में से, लेकिन पंजाब की सीटें बढ़ा रहे हैं। मैं एक मैथ और साइंस टीचर का बेटा हूं, आई नो दैट अगर आउट ऑफ 543 राइट नाउ वी हैव 13 सीट्स, our percentage is 2.39% in the parliament. If they go to 850, as you said in your right now 543, Punjab has 13 seats only. Our percentage is 2.39 in the parliament. If they go 850 and they are going to increase 5 seats of Punjab as per perception to 18. 850 by 18 is 2.11. Although they are increasing our seats, but percentage of our participation in parliament is decreasing. If they want to keep 2.40 share of Punjab, then they have to give us 21 seats. So, because they are not winning Punjab anymore, or never ever, so they are increasing those seats. यहां से वो जीत नहीं रहे, यूपी में वो इंक्रीज कर देंगे, हिंदी बेल्ट में इंक्रीज कर देंगे. दे आर नॉट बिडिंग केरला, दे आर नॉट बिडिंग तमिलनाडु, दे आर नॉट बिडिंग आंध्रा. तो डिक्रीज कर दो. तो परसेंटेज बढ़ाने के लिए 888 सीट है सर, जो नई पार्लियामेंट है. 888 सीट्स, 850 लगा लेंगे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 860 कर लेंगे. ये इनका पहले से ही प्लान था कि साउथ को डिक्रीज कर देंगे, नॉर्थ को इंक्रीज कर देंगे, जहां जहां से हम जीतते हैं. अब यूपी की हो सकता है 125 से ज्यादा हो जाए, 125 से ज्यादा हो जाए, 146 भी हो सकती हैं, डिपेंड्स के मूलधन 100, अगर ये 850 करते हैं, 870 कर दी तो ज्यादा भी हो सकती है। तो इस मामले में हम आपके साथ हैं, और ये तो कोई तरीका नहीं हुआ कि यहां से मैं संगरूर से जीतता हूं, और संगरूर में 2 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं सर, अब तो 3 हो गए, 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं। अगर मैं उन तीनों को ही एक एक एमपी सीट बना लूं, पहले मैं 1 जीतता हूं, फिर मैं 3 जीत जाऊंगा, बरनाला और मलेरकोटला। बठिंडा है, बठिंडा से मानसा बनवा लेंगे तो 2 सीटें बन जाएगी। फरीदकोट है, फरीदकोट से मोगा निकाल लेंगे, 2 सीटें बन जाएंगी। तो ये इनका जो प्लान है कि हम परसेंटेज वाइज वहां 880 में से 500 के आसपास हमारी हो जाए, जहां जहां हम जीतते हैं, चाहे छोटे छोटे पॉकेट बनाने पड़े। तो बीइंग ए रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ पंजाब सर, सबसे पहले कनिमोई जी का सबसे पहले धन्यवाद आपका, आपने हमें यहाँ बुलाया है। सारे देश की पार्टियां यहाँ बैठी हैं, और क्योंकि बहुत बड़े बड़े नेता सीनियर बैठे हैं, मैं तो बहुत ही जूनियर हूँ। तो विजयन साहब ने बहुत ही डिटेल में बताया कि जहां से ये नहीं जीतते वहां से ये जीतना ही नहीं चाहते, कि खत्म ही कर दो उसको, बस झंझट ही खत्म करो, नहीं जीतते तो नहीं जीते, खत्म, ट्राई भी नहीं करेंगे आगे अगली बार जीतने की, ये इधर से जीत लेंगे, इधर से। तो ये जो डिलिमिटेशन है इसका विरोध करेंगे। पंजाब का परसेंटेज कम हो रहा है, ऑल्दो सीट्स बढ़ाने की बात चल रही है, लेकिन परसेंटेज पंजाब का पार्लियामेंट में कम हो रहा है, तो हम वो तो बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे। हमारा तो 90% हमारा परसेंटेज देश की आजादी में है, और 2.39 हमारा पार्लियामेंट में है, और उस 2.39 को भी 2.11 पे लेके आना चाहते हैं। 90% कुर्बानियां, 90% जो हमारे योद्धाओं ने फांसियां ली, चाहे अंडमान देख लो, नाम लिखे हुए हैं पंजाबियों के, काला पानी बोलते थे उसको। तो हम तो ये बिल्कुल भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे कि हमारा परसेंटेज कम हो, बल्कि हम तो बढ़ाने के लिए बात कर रहे थे कि हमारा, और आपको पॉपुलेशन कम करने की सजा मिल रही है। इज इट ए पनिशमेंट कि आपने पॉपुलेशन कम कर ली तो आपकी सीटें कम कर देंगे, 39 से 31 कर देंगे, केरला की कम कर देंगे? तो मतलब ये तो इनका असल में वही वाला एजेंडा है जो कि किसी और को आने नहीं देना, हम नहीं रहना है। लेकिन उसी के अंदर पूरी दुनिया जीतता गया, लेकिन वापस आना भूल गया। जब वापस गया तो जितनों को भी जीत के गया था वो खड़े हो गए, कहते आ जा, अब वापस कैसे जाएगा? तो इनको वापस जाना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा सर। जो जीतते गए वापस जाना भूल गए। तो मैं तो यही कहता हूं, हम आपके साथ हैं सर। आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से, अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब की तरफ से, मेरे कन्वीनर है। तो पंजाब में हमारी फुल मेजॉरिटी है, दिल्ली में हम ऑपोजिशन में हैं। तो फुल्ली सपोर्ट सर, जहां कहोगे पंजाब में रखना है, नॉर्थ इंडिया में रखना है कोई फंक्शन, चंडीगढ़ आइए सर, दिल्ली आइए, जहां अमृतसर आइए, तो हम आपका सपोर्ट करेंगे। सो नाइस साहब।